Happy Martin Luther King Day and welcome sim racing fans to West Coast Sim Racing. We're glad to have you tonight with us for tonight's GR Cup action live on iRacing. Coming to you live from the virtual fast and flowing corners of Phillip Island Grand Prix Circuit. My name is Sean Stam, live here on Stam Studio Network. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. We have 45 minutes of racing on our hands tonight, as well as that competition caution at or around halfway through the race. Before we cut to virtual trackside action, let's go ahead and check some point standings out here. Andrew Boundstone, Colby Slater, Colby. It's still a pretty good runaway up there in the top three, maybe even four standings there. I don't think Joey Rainey's going to be here tonight after preparing for some Daytona real-life MX5 Cup racing action. Best of luck to Joey and Joe out there. Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, Joe Rainey, there's the man there, 5th, 6th, and 7th running there. Josh Hunter, Benjamin Foran, Dylan Baste, Amethyst Reese, and Marvin Tater. I don't think he's here tonight, busy with a little bit of a move. Marvin's there sitting 12th in the point standings. Matt knows all about moving. Matt, we see you down there live in YouTube land. We appreciate you joining us here tonight. And thank you for congratulating us on that finishing the 24-hour run. Oh, it was 24 hours, all right. LMP2 class, P7 in class is where we finished. That would be P15 overall. Let's take a look at some race information tonight, as well as where we will see our drivers start. This is a pretty fast and flowy 2.712-mile circuit right off the coast here of, I believe it's the land down under. It is the land down under. Australia, 67 degrees Fahrenheit in the temperature range. That's ambient temp, sitting at altitude of about 157 feet. Here's the starting grid tonight. It's going to be Andrew Bound, the points leader, who slaps it out of the pole with a fast 142.527. Remember, these are these updated GR86 Cup cars, allowing you to carry just a bit more speed, bit more power to them, it feels like. Brandon Birch will qualify their P2 right outside of Andrew Bound's front row. Front row on the outside row is Brandon Birch, and keep your eye on that 36. He's continued to have pace here throughout the season. I believe tonight we might be chatting with him down there in the top three, victory lane. It's triple Colby action, running 3rd, 4th, and 6th. And look who qualifies up there in 5th. Warren Johnson, league owner for West Coast Sim Racing. Hey, congratulations on all the tests there, Warren. We're glad to have you back here on the track. You're going to have a really nice qualifying effort here for you tonight as well. It'll be Josh Hunter, Jake Steckler, Benjamin Foran, Colton Warhes. That'll be 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Darren Colby, Igor Reitzkov right there, rounding at the top 12. Aleaxe, Andrew Amethyst Reese, Dylan Baste, Michael Tanagretta, Jason Holcomb, and Glenn Bratton. That's going to round out our 18-driver grid here tonight. And you know it, the drivers keep coming, ladies keep on men keep bringing you ladies. It's the Better Half Dash here on the night before Valentine's. It's mini stocks at Charlotte. We already have about 8 ladies registered. That's going to be a fun race out there. Elena, still thinking about it. I think she's in. That'll be fun. I've been training my mom. We already have quite a few drivers bringing their better halves, whether it's wives, mothers, grandma. No, in all seriousness, just bring that lady who means something there to you. That's night before Valentine's. And I believe it's going to be, I haven't quite released the official format, but it'll be a 3-race event, 10-minute races each. The one with the most amount of points will come out on top. All right, we got some Phillip Island GR86 West Coast Sim Racing iRacing to get to here tonight. It's Andrew Bound and Brandon Birch, Stone Colby, Nico Colby. That is the top 4. Hey, Andrew, the start's on you here, man. Green flag is out in 3. Oh, it's a longer start finish. 2, 1, here we go. West Coast Sim Racing is green for their GR86 Cup. Keep an eye down here heading into turn 1. It's going to get tight. It's going to get tough and treacherous. It's going to be that inside line who's leading for the time being. Here comes the outside. It's going to be Brandon Birch around the inside line. He takes away the lead of Andrew Bound. Nope, I take that back. That's the Bluey machine of Andrew Bound. Here comes Brandon Birch, so he's going to try to get it right back on the inside. Stone Colby's going to join that battle as well in the purple people leader. There's Nico Colby. Warren Johnson trying to get his nose up in there here early. Some more side-by-side there, right there behind him. That's Josh Hunter and Slater Colby. Slater not with the qualifying effort that he was looking for, but it will be it's going to be a really short time before Slater's up there with the battle for the race lead. Speaking of it, battle for P2 continues to heat up. Stone and Brandon, they were looking door to door. It's now Stone Colby up to P2. Some more side-by-side. There's Nico already making his way back and around. Jake Steckler, excuse me, there goes Warren Johnson. Oh, Jake Steckler, he goes 4 wheels off the track. He is able to gather it right back up, but look at all the speed and momentum that he loses here. He's going to continue to lose 1-2 spots, trying to slot back into line back with Slater Colby. Battle for P2 up here continues to heat up. There's Stone Colby trying to get his foot back on the gas, trying to beg that GR86 for a little bit more rotation out here out of turns 11 and 12. Stone Colby, he looks down the inside. He's going to able to take away the race lead out of Andrew Bound. That was done in 10. That was 11, and here comes 12 there. Just to complete lap 1 of the race, there was already 3 lead changes. That's what some West Coast Sim Racing League is all about. Every Monday, every Thursday night, live here on SSN. It'll be Stone Colby with the race lead. Andrew Bound, Brandon Birch, Nico Colby. Then there's Slater Colby. Keep an eye on that number 25. He's all right there. He's continuing to work himself back up within that slipstream and draft range. Here's one of the other Colbys we've got to keep an eye on. It's Nico Colby, the youngest of the bunch here out on the track. He's going to opt for that inside line, not opting to open up the corner. He's going to try to keep that left side tire really towards that paint. Paint equals grip. Nico's going to continue to try and close that gap up to Brandon Birch. And oh, we got a spin down here. I believe that's going to be Michael Tenegretta, who had just went around. Looks like he's able to get it back out and moving. Here's a quick replay on that. Oh, I think it's contact up there in front of him. Look, there you see Dylan Baste, who had almost gone around. Oh, it's even contact in front of Dylan. Oh, it's Ali Axe. No, 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 with a huge wham and a bam. I believe these are instant repairs here tonight, but unfortunately for, Jason Michael and Ali Axe, we'll have to see what happened to him real quick before we get back up to live racing action. Here's the number 19, Warren up there in front of him, along with the lime green machine. I believe that's oh, Brett, no, man, did Ali actually just lose it? They were 3 wide somehow, some way. Did you see the reaction time there of Glenn Bratton and Colton Juarez, and the 35 there as well of Benjamin Florian? Nice way to kind of miss that incident that could have been way, way bigger than what it was. Stone Colby, Andrew Bound, Brandon Birch. Brandon's still up here within this battle for the race lead. It's Nico, it's Slater, then it's Josh Hunter. I say this he's got the student driver paint scheme on there, but there's no way with as much pace that Josh continues to show race after race. Not only that 3,900 I rating that we got to add there, I think it's a matter of time that until we see Josh Hunter and chat up here with them once again in this top 3 driver interview booth. Those drivers that continue to show the pace and consistency, it is just a matter of time. As Brandon Birch is, that's Andrew Bound. I'm mixing them up once again. They're 2 baby blue machines. Help me out here. Hey, there's some solar storms out there. That's what I'll blame it on. Brandon Birch and Andrew Bound there. Andrew Bound's going to get a little bit closer to that rear bumper of Stone, but we saw Andrew, he wasn't quite able to get that rotation, or at least just missed the corner back there in turn 1 and turn 2, I believe it was, excuse me. Andrew Bound has lost the race lead back from where he started, but it's still a real nice battle up here between these drivers here. We'll take another look at the green flag, at the drop of the green flag here in just a few moments' time. Here's another really nice battle. Glenn Bratton, Colton Juarez is out here as well. That's the lime green bell machine. Colton Juarez has got his better half ready for that better half dash here in a little bit less than a month's time. Colton, he sits -4 spots on the day, but trying to get at least one of them back there with Glenn Bratton in that Moza shiny blue, a little bit of white, a little bit of black on there as well, machine right up in there in front of him. Colton tries the inside, but you really have to set up these corners to help you get that corner speed out of it. Colton Juarez is going to continue to work on that rear bumper of Glenn Bratton up there right in front of him. Benjamin Florian, who continues to sit P9 in the point standings, was running P12. He was that driver that had those cat-like reflexes earlier on. Now that missed, they were 3 wide and missed the spinning Ali actually up there out in front of him. He's continuing to try and chase Dylan Baste up there, and that's for P11. Jumping back up to the lead, Andrew Bound still trying to work on that rear bumper. There's Brandon Birch, and then Nico Colby starting to join the picture as well. It's looking like a 4-car breakaway up here for the battle for first, fourth, second, third, and fourth. That's Andrew Bound. That's the same corner. I do believe that just the last lap, he botched the corner entrance on. He's going to, last lap, he lived to fight another day, but this lap he did not. It's a game of inches, it's a game of centimeters, and you push just a little bit too much here. And that's I mean, about 5 positions lost there for our points leader coming into the race. Oh man, Steck is now going to go wide. Oh no, Steck goes a little too wide. Warren Johnson cuts down to the inside, misses that spinning hot pink Apex Motor Club machine. There goes Amethyst Reese. She's going to bring Darren Colby right up there and there with them. There's Benjamin Forant and Dylan Bass, those battles that we were just talking about just earlier this lap. How about Darren Colby out here tonight? I think he's got his better half ready for that better half dash. Milena, if she's still thinking about it. Oh, Darren was maybe thinking about the inside there. Here comes Darren. It's going to be, I believe, the outside this time, as he got that rear end of Amethyst Reese loose. Maybe could be thinking about losing a position here as Dylan Bass is knocking. Is anybody home? Darren Colby, no, he's going to slam the door shut. No contact there, but it's just real nice, tough, tight racing. Darren's able to get that spot at least back up there for P10. We'll go check up there on his son that continues to lead the race. Then it's Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, who start to look like a little bit of stock car action down here down our start-finish straight. Continue to bump draft one another. It's now Nico Colby. Yep, he's going to back out of it there just a little bit. Look who's going to join the party. It's Slater Colby. I thought he was going to try to slice it and dice it down that inside line. Thought better of it. And Slater knows that we have a long way to go and a long time to get there. There's only 7.5 minutes down out of this 45-minute sprint. Remember, we do have that competition cost about halfway as well. Contact there between the two bros, or at least it was on the iRacing broadcast cameras. That's how these, I mean, Cup cars are meant to be raced, though. You see that these Toyota GR86 Cup cars, both in the sim, you definitely see it in real life. Same thing can be said about those Mazda MX-5 Cup cars as well. Season opening races up there at Real Life Racing Daytona. Once again, best of luck to the Rainies out there. That's going to be so much fun to watch. So is this battle here between Darren Colby and Amethyst Reese. We cut to it about this moment on track. The last lap by Darren, he's lost a position or two, but he's up there, and he's still trying to get that spot back. Then there, that's for the position for P9. Amethyst Reese right now our biggest mover since the drop of the green flag, tied with Glenn Bratton, both sitting at PA 5 positions gained, 5 positions gained since that drop of the green. Speaking of the drop of the green bean, here it comes. We're going to take a nice drone camera shot at it here. It's look at the race restart. You're going to see the two baby blue machines. Yes, I did get them mixed up, but it's all right. It was Brandon Birch as well as Andrew Bound up there and out up front. And look at Andrew. Look at how he's just able to fight up here and able to get the race lead right back out in a way before all really heck breaks loose there. Nice save for Slater Colby there as well. Nice. That was a really excellent start to the race for West Coast Sim Racing. Give it up down there in YouTube land. Continues to run it clean off the green. Speaking of, it's only about 3 races. It is only 3 races left in this Monday night GR86 Cup, West Coast Sim Racing League. So that's right. The point battles are so close with one another. The race battles are so close with one another. We've seen this time and time again. Well, we're going to see it out here tonight from Phillip Island. It's Stone Colby, Nico Colby, and now Brandon Birch, who is now taking away the race lead away from Stone. That drops Stone all the way down there to P2. They're going to look side by side. They're not going to bang doors just yet, but Nico Colby is going to try to make something happen down into that inside line. He's got Jeremy Fletcher racing up there on that sponsor battle as well. Contact there between the two bros. That's going to send Stone off of the racetrack and open up the door for Slater to come and join the battle. Brandon Birch to the race lead. Nico, Stone, Slater, triple Colby action there. And look who's stalking, look who's creeping out the dungeon. It's Josh Hunter once again. What does Josh Hunter have for him here? We are about 10 minutes to go until that competition caution flag waves. We're going to disco ball it out there at turn 12 and head back into turn 1. It's tight, it's tough, it's flowy though. It's the right-hander. Nico Colby, you got to be careful on this brakes because you got Slater breathing all over the rear bumper. Brandon Birch, he has gone to school, got those exams done. He has now taken away the race lead after seeing how these guys have been racing one another time and time again. He has used what he has learned out there, and he is now going to try to run away from it. But with this being such a slipstream and draft-heavy track, going to be relatively hard to do. Andrew Bound, remember, he was up there pole sitter, battling for the race lead earlier on. Still dropped to P6, but we know he's got the pace and consistency to continue to get this done. Nico Colby's going to muscle his way. No, Josh Hunter, no. He somehow saved that thing, keeps it outside of the tire barrier. Darren Colby's going to do the same thing to the same corner, except he keeps it a little bit closer onto that asphalt. Here's a quick look and see what happened to Josh Hunter there. Was he forced off the track, or was he just a little bit too deep into the corner? Oh, no, maybe overcorrection gone wrong, or that thing started to slip. We'll have to hop on board and see his hands. Oh, it did start to slip. He tried to send it to the left down there. He caught it. He did an amazing job at catching the car, and with that, he still sits in P6. If Josh Hunter finds himself up here in the top 3 driver interview booths, or even, with that save, it continues to allow him to, sit up there in the point standings as well. Came into the race P8. Here's that battle here between Darren Colby, Michael Tanagretta. Really the first time that we mentioned his name on the broadcast tonight, Michael's name that is. Michael, how about him? He's up 3 spots gained. He's going to try to make something work out here into turn 1 as well. Let's hop on board with Michael. How you make a pass. This is an excellent spot to do it. Who's deeper on the brakes? Nice pass for the number 12. Textbook work. Darren Colby's going to try to make it work down and around the outside line. Not quite there. He's going to live to fight another day. That's still front 4 to 5 car breakaway. It's back to Stone Colby and Nico Colby who continue to battle up for P2. Brandon Birch is seeing all of this go on in his rearview mirror, saying, what do I have to do to try to get away? Brandon, there's nothing you can do to get away. These aerodynamically considered bricks of Toyota GR86 Cup cars, they will keep you in the draft up there. No, but Stone, no, you can't butcher a corner exit out here from Phillip Island. You are going to lose almost the slipstream in the draft if he didn't have those other cars right there next to him. Nico Colby's going to take P2 right back down and away, and Nico's going to play that more defensive line going into the corner. Andrew Bound has already worked his way back up to P5 after that little bit of a slip and slide earlier on. Deeper into the braking zone. He has to wait for that Toyota GR86 to rotate. Andrew Bound now able to get his foot right back on the gas and try to work his way up through the gearbox. Slip his way a little bit closer up there to that top 4, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st battle. Benjamin Forehand, Amethyst Reese. Amethyst, she's been hungry tonight for these positions. But it's now Amethyst, Dylan Bass, and Michael Tanagretta, who's all sitting 9th, 10th, and 11th, who have all shown the +5 positions gained on the night. She continues to bump draft. Benjamin going down here into turn 1. Does Amethyst Reese try to make a move? Nope, she's going to think better of it. Really, turn 1 is a nice opportunity there. I think it's going to be I would try turns 9, 10, 11 after that. If you're able to get the thing to rotate, which we have seen quite a few drivers struggle with here tonight, you might be able to make something happen within those tighter corners of the racetrack. It'll be 2 by 2. Oh my good God. It's Nico Colby down and around the inside to the race lead once again as they continue to bang and their mirrors off of one another. Back for the battle between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Nico Colby to the point. Brandon Birch somehow, some way still is battling up here for P2. 5 minutes till that competition yellow flag. Who's going to lead coming towards that, the stripe coming towards that caution, because it's going to really help you out after that green flag drops, after we get everybody re-racked, restacked. We've seen how tough it is to really make passes work here if you don't get them done within turn 1 or possibly turns 10, 11, maybe turn 12. We're gonna take a quick sights and sounds and hop on board here for Slater Colby around the whole track here. Let's see what it takes to get around this 2.4 mile raceway. I can't do it. There's contact for P2 and P3. Nico Colby Slater. Stone is right all around that rear bumper. Look who's joining them right there once again. It's Andrew Bound just struggling to make the pass work there. He's going to slot his way a deep entrance into the corner. And could Andrew Bound get a 2-for-1 right up here to possibly that final driver interview spot? Nope, Nico's going to find his way back and around the inside. Nico's going to get that thing right on the race line. Not even going to park. Nice pass right around for Nico. But here comes Andrew. He's going to play that offense back one more time. I like it there. Just get right back out of the gas, slot back into line. The pass wasn't going to work down there going into turns 7, 8, and 9 anyways. It's almost like Andrew Bound's done this here before. Darren Colby, Michael Tenegretta still in a battle of their own. Here they go throughout that same corners. That's Brandon Birch just making his way through, continuing to lead the pack out here. Out of the land down under, it's Phillip Islands. Michael Tenegretta gets that spot back and around from Darren Colby, who continues back and forth between those drivers. Michael Tenegretta opens up that gap to a 2.5 seconds. Colton Juarez joins that battle as well, continues to sit right up there behind them in P13. It's Igor Reitzkov, Glenn Bratton, Ali Akshay, Jason Holcomb, and Jake Steckler, who round up the top 18. And with apologies, there's no caution flag graphic up there in the top left like there normally is. I'll have to sort that out. But this is our competition caution. It is just a little bit early to throw because the leaders were making their way across the final turns of the track. So that just helps shorten everything up and get everybody bunched up right back in with one another. Checking it down there in YouTube land too. We got Matt Langley still hanging out there with us. So is Ted. So is Terry. So is Juicebox. Terry, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Just race after race. I think just about every single race. Ted, same goes to you there. Jordan Dobke, welcome in. Welcome in. It was colder here in Michigan than in Alaska, says Matt. Ooh, I'm gonna be shivering my timber just thinking about it. Impulse Effect saying, let's go. Holy guac, that was almost a horrible spin, says All right, let's take you through the front. Well, let's take you through the whole field. It'll be, apologies here we go. It'll be Brandon Birch to the race lead, currently running in the first position. He qualified second. He dropped down there to about third or fourth as we're going to be leaning on each other in the caution flag lap. Who's it going to be? It's Nico Colby who goes over. No, I'm just kidding. It's Stone who continues to run up here P2, leading laps earlier on. How many laps do you ask? It was 5. Just about all of them as well. Nico Colby led one of those laps, but he's been running in the first, second, third positions for just about the whole race tonight, except this. Well, no, he started up there P4, where Andrew Bound was right now in that bluey Toyota GR86 machine. Andrew Bound our points, Slater Stone running P2 in the points, and Slater runs P3. Joey running P4. No Joey here tonight, but Slater Colby's with us here tonight, running P5. That's 1 spot gained. This is when he makes it happen from this restart and beyond. If there's any driver that you want to look at, hey, it's easy to find that red and yellow machine, Apex Motor Club, out here on the track. Keep your eye on Slater on this race restart. Same can be said about the quote-unquote student driver, Josh Hunter. He will start there P6.
Fuel, right?
No, I don't think you need fuel. That'll be Warren Johnson, P7, a league owner. Benjamin Forehands, sorry, I still have voice chat on from the Daytona 24-hour. Warren Johnson runs P7, Benjamin Forehands, P8. That's about the top half of the grid. It'll be Amethyst Reese, P9 in that Crystal Gems Motorsport machine out of California. always expect some nice paint schemes out of that 037. Dylan Bass, like a turkey. I remember I was butchering his last name, and he's still just, I don't know, I keep seeing that comment in my head every time I read the name. Dylan Bass, basing like a turkey up there, running at 10 spots to the good since that race start. Michael Tenegretta, Darren Colby, Michael as well up there running at 5 spots to the good. Darren at -1, but he's going to be, I think, another fun driver to watch on this restart if we can get it. Colton Juarez.
Look at your black box on the top of the screen.
Igor Reitzkov, Glenn Bratton, Jason Holcomb. It'll be Ali Axe, Andrew, and Jake Steckler, who is shown 1 lap down, I think, out of the race. All right, we're 2 by 2, just a few moments away from green flag racing for the second half, and I think the most important half of this race. Well, obviously, here, but here's where you're going to see these aggressive. Well, not really, not too aggressive, but we're going to see elbows out here on this race restart. Believe me, it's just how much. Are we going to lean on each other? Are we going to spin on each other? No, I'm just kidding. It's ethical racing out here at West Coast Sim Racing, and it's fun racing. It's been seasons of it. We're in the 10th race here out of our Toyota GR86 West Coast Sim Racing GR Cup here. There's only 3 more races to go, and these drivers know that it is go, go, go time. The race restart here will be on Brandon Birch after he's able to get away back to that race lead. But keep an eye on Stone Colby, Nico Colby, Andrew Bound here, because this is one of those double file race restarts. If you ask me, anything can happen. Any one of these, I think, you call it 8 to 9 front runners here could possibly be joining us down there in victory lane. Let us know who you got down there in YouTube land. It's Sean Stam down here producing, directing, commentating the show here on Stam Studio Network. You're watching West Coast Sim Racing. That iRacing safety pace car is down and into the safety of pit lane. We are only a few hundred feet. Here we go. It's now Brandon Birch who slams it on the gas pedal, and we're green, green, green back there in turn 1. Heading to it. It's going to be Stone Colby who gets a nice run out of there of the exit. Oh, where did he come from? Where? I mean, how did he get that run happen? But because he is now quarter, he is now almost clear for the race lead as we'll battle it down there in turn 1. Same brakes on the 2, but it's a little bit slick there on that outside line. Brandon Birch is going to be able to retain the race lead. Andrew Bound has left the door open. Contact there with Slater. That's for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, here comes Josh Hunter. It'll be a spin for Josh Hunter. There goes Warren Johnson. He's going to make his way down and around it as well. Benjamin Forant, another nice way to cut the grass out there and miss a spin that could have been huge. Stone Colby still continues to battle up here for P2 and P3. There goes Ali Axe down and off the race line. Oh no, it's the wee bowling sound. It's strike down there. Ali Axe spins up there in front of our second pack, takes out Benjamin Forant. Benjamin could not miss that one. Slater falls back here to P14. What an eventful race start after the first green flag was relatively clean. Stone Colby, he's trying to do everything he can to retain that gap up here. It's only about 1 car length between the 2. It's going to cut back out here, but maybe even half a car length. No, it'll stay about the same. But Stone is able to cut down that racing line just a little bit tighter and close that gap to the race lead. Stone, I don't think he's going to try to make a move here just yet because he knows that he's got that teamwork to make the dream work right there behind him. He has Andrew Bound, and let's hear it for Warren Johnson. Continues to run P5. What a race for the 24. This is league owner we're talking about. This will be a nice run in the points. Warren's trying to run away from Colton Juarez, Darren Colby, Dylan Bass. That battle continues to heat up and ensue as we'll look 3 wide for the race lead. It's now Brandon Birch who has to back out of it. It's the 2 bros. It's Nico and Stone that look side by side. Stone gets to that front quarter. He's not quite clear just yet as Nico tries to force it down around the outside. Finally, Nico has to struggle down there, out there after corner grip exit. He's, oh man, there's also gravel all over the racetrack. That's going to help, that's not going to help these drivers on grip as well. There you see Stone Colby. He had to try to play the defensive line down there. That should have opened up the door once again. 3 wide as we'll go work our way back up the hill. It's Nico Colby to the race lead once again. Look at Andrew Bound. He sent it 3 wide. Oh no, we got Colton Juarez involved.
Well,
Here, Michael Tenegretta down there out as well.
Did not think that was going to happen.
Did not think it was going to happen. Unfortunately, a little beating, a little banging. We're going to have some contact there. A driver gone around, almost driver gone around out here for the race lead. We'll jump back up to it. I feel so bad because these races are so close each and every single week. I mean, I feel like 80% of the time the battles are up here shown on the broadcast for the race lead. But that's because they're great racing. We appreciate each and every single one of you racing here with us. But I don't know. This is better racing than what you get on Dang TV right here. Nico Colby out here to the race lead. 3 wide battles for the race lead, twice in 1 lap. Stone continues to sit P2. Andrew Bound slots his way up to P3. And let's hop on board with Brandon Birch. Let's see what Stone has for the race lead from the point of view here for Brandon Birch. He gets behind.
Benny, hurry up. Don't get your push.
They'll be side by side down there for P2 after Nico Colby's going to use that inside, the more defensive line. He's going to wash his way up in front of Stone. Nope. It'll be, yes, he will. Stone will lose the race lead once again to his younger brother Nico after Nico used the inside, did just as I said, washed it up there on corner exit, there. And now it's still 2 Colbys up to the race lead. Brandon Birch has something to say about it, though, as they start to look side by side with one again. That's not only going to side draft them one another within the higher speed portions of the track, but also you don't get to run the preferred racing line, obviously. One of you is going to continue, or one of you is going to be off the race line, and that will continue to make you lose speed as well with one another. There was a little bit of contact there. Those mirrors are continue to take the bait and the bagging. Stone Colby goes off the racetrack, not only just off of it, but he goes completely into the gravel as well. Look at 1 second loss just when that, shoot, we'll call it 1.3 seconds here. I don't think Stone's out of this front running as Nico Colby now is trying to run away from Brandon Birch. Here comes Andrew Bound there as well. It's going to be side by side for the race lead. Nico Colby's going to look down around the inside. That's going to slot Andrew Bound. Not only was he on that unpreferred racing line of the track, but with that that actually opens up the door for Brandon Birch to join this battle once again in that Apex Motor Club Baby Blue VehicleBuyers.com machine. It'll still be door to door after we work our way out of turn 12 here at Phillip Island. West Coast Sim Racing. We got about 18 minutes left here in this one. Who has it? Who's going to get it done in the braking zone? Bluey Machine. That's what the top of Andrew Bound's car is exactly what I look like up in the booth right here, because we continue to see passes that, first of all, I didn't think could possibly be made. And second, we continue to see passes that are made with relatively little, if no, contact between the drivers. Still a 4-car breakaway out up front. Let's check in there on 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's Dylan Baste. What a run for Dylan tonight, running P5 after gaining 10 spots on the day. Amethyst Reese right up in there, right behind that battle, but Amethyst continues to go side by side with Darren Colby. Darren Colby's going to run that defense. That defensive line down there, he barely clears Amethyst coming out the corner, but this battle isn't over here just yet. Warren Johnson, who was running P5 earlier up on in the race, Warren's going to drop down here to P8, but that's still a really nice run. I don't think Warren's done out here fighting just yet either. Colton Juarez, Slater Colby, Igor Reitzkov, then you got Ali Xe, Benjamin Forehand, Michael Tenegretta, Glenn Bratton, and Jason Holcomb. Josh Hunter and Jake Steckler now shown, at least on my timing, 1 lap down. Back to Darren. This is the battle for P5. Let's hear it for him down there, YouTube land. Darren Colby, Dylan Bass still continue to run door to door. I don't think there was there might have been a slight bit of contact, but hey, it's all fun. It's all great racing out here. And Dylan Bass continues to show pace in just about any single car that you put him in. He's been a part of some Pass racing. He's been a part of some West Coast sim racing as well. Let's hop on board with Dylan. He's going to try to make the outside line. Oh, excuse me, this will work its way back to the inside line. Back a little bit down the hill heading into turns 1. Defensive lines are going to make the dream defensive lines down here after Dylan Bass going to wash out there a little bit off up the corner. That line presents Darren Colby backing around the inside. He switches it back. It's the switch back down there up for P5. Darren, oh no, contact there as Colton Juarez had gone around. Wow, Colton Juarez, he had caught some air, some major air in the 17. We're gonna have to get some Stam Studio Network after dark replays here after this one because I don't think I have enough time to cut to race replays. Nico Colby, he just lost all grip out there out of trying to get the throttle pedal right back and down. Andrew Bound up to the race lead in the Bluey 2 Toyota GR86 the machine. Stone Colby P2, Nico Colby drops to P3, and then there's Brandon Birch who continues. Keep your eye, that 36, I'm telling you, we're talking to him tonight. How did Nico Colby just mention me in his story? Nico Colby about to, no, I think he's got to have somebody out there taking his self-control because, man, look at Nico. Backs up the corner there just a little bit, and look, this is exactly what happens. You back up the corner, sure, it may not look relatively that nice out there on the entrance of the corner. That's, well, I think it may have backed it up a little too much or got on the brakes a little too hard because now, well, here comes that run. He's going to have that teammate's help of Brandon Birch. He's going to give a little bit of stock car draft out there action. And look, the gap continues to visually close. That was about 2/10 gain in just one straightaway.
Keep bumping.
I'm saying keep bumping them, boys. Go, go, go. We only have about 14 minutes left here in this one. These drivers continue to treat each and every single lap just like it is the last lap of the race. And talking about last lap of the race, Dylan Bass, Darren Colby, Warren Johnson, there goes Slater Colby and Amethyst Reese side by side. This whole battle, this whole blanket, this gaggle of cars continue to put on show for the racing fans down there in YouTube land. Let's hear it for him down there in YouTube land. If you're liking what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me as there's no contact between that front nose and that rear bumper of Dylan and Darren. Warren Johnson, he's got his popcorn bucket out. He's got his gummy bears out. Well, let's hop on board for him. Out the truck with that one. We'll get up here back to the race lead. It's because now Nico Colby, look at how early he tried to enter the corner, but he's actually going to make it work. Well, I thought that he was just messing with us or something there, but Nico, oh my God, I would have called that the pass of the race right there. But look at the battle that we were just looking at too. Slater, he has now passed 1 to 2. Yeah, he's passed 2 cars ever since that last camera shot of him. Slater Colby is right up there on his back bumper of his father. What's going to happen here? Slater is going to get the big push, or is Dylan Bass going to lead lawnmower action out there? What a save for Dylan, as it's still tenths of a second battles all around this racetrack. Holy guacatules, too wide, boys, too wide. It'll be Darren Colby who continues to lead this group out here, this quagmire, this giggity of cars. But if Slater has anything to say about it, he's going to say something about it right here and right now. Tries to set that up inside the line. Holy guac. He's going to make that one work just barely clear out of Darren. Slater all the way back up to P5. I don't think we're done battling between this battle here just yet. Amethyst Reese tries to look down the inside. Warren Johnson's going to play the defensive block.
The backpack caught us.
I'm saying, look at that. The whole backpack caught him. I'm talking 2 groups. Well, just with all that quagmire, giggity, and gaggling up here, this is now a full train up here. 11 minutes left in the race. This is anybody's ball game here tonight. Okay. This is it. This is the camera shot I was looking for. Apologies there. Andrew Bound, Stone, and Slater. What can they do to try to work their way up and with them? Brandon Birch is in the meat of the Colby sandwich. Look at Warren Johnson trying to make that pass down the inside. Did he make it work? Oh no! Amethyst Reese goes for a spin there. No, Amethyst, no. Dylan Bass is off the track once again. Here's a quick replay at this one. I gotta make it quick. I promise that. I'll show a few replays out there after the race. Here's Amethyst Reese and Warren Johnson going at it. Is this the spin right here? God, this is what I mentioned. Inches, centimeters between the battles. Warren's going to try to look down the inside. Oh, contact for the Crystal Gems Motorsport machine. Looking back up at the front of the pack, it's still side by side. This time it's Andrew Bound and Stone Colby. I don't know if Andrew's going to. Okay, he is going to make the outside line work. We continue to see more and more gravel accumulate down there with each and every time that a driver makes their way off of the racetrack. It's that much harder for you to find that extra grip down there going the leaders through at the next corner. And we're going to make contact for the lead once again. It'll be 3 wide for the lead once again. Stone Colby from 2 car lengths back. Under braking, Stone Colby gets it done. Andrew Bound, Nico Colby, they're sweating their tails off. I know Nico is, oh my God, is Nico gonna run Andrew Bound wide? No, of course he's not. It's clean, it's ethical wheel racing. 9 minutes left to go out of West Coast Sim Racing tonight out of Phillip Island. Remember, this is essentially championship battles that we're looking at here tonight with how close the points runnings are, especially within the top 3 drivers. Andrew Bound, Stone Colby, Brandon Birch are going to join this battle once again. Slater Colby, remember, he's already worked his way back up to P5. And just that lap ago, we did see the 2 packs really start to merge into one, and now it starts to separate itself here slightly with now Darren Colby, who has worked his way to P6 on a very, very eventful and fun action-packed night for Darren, as well as very nice pace as well to work himself up to P6. It's going to be Ali Xe, Warren Johnson, Dylan Bass, and Amethyst Reese, the top 10, as we will snake our way down the start-finish straightaway. Stone Colby looking like a drunken sailor, doing everything that he can do to break that slipstream, break that draft. He may have lost a little bit too much speed momentum doing it. I think Stone knows exactly what he was doing right there. I think he knows that there's still time to go. Maybe don't want to be leading coming towards those last couple minutes in the race. It's the Bluey Machine who tried to hunt down that Apex Motor Club. Jeremy Fletcher, a racing affiliated, and Nico Colby. Nico's getting all the training from one of the best in the sport, but can Andrew Bound have anything to say about it? It's not if, but it is when for Andrew Bound, as well as Brandon Birch, who still sits right up in there in that top 3 position. Stone and Slater, they have now found themselves back out there on track. Watch for that bump drafting to work on that straightaway as well. Ali Xe, what a nice kind of comeback story for Andrew tonight. They remember they with a Bowie bowling ball sound effect on the restart of the race. Already worked their way up to back to P7. Warren Johnson sits right behind him in P8. Dylan Bass, Amethyst Reese, Igor Reitzkov. How about Dylan Bass and Amethyst Reese? They were just side by side there. I would say I would kind of vote for them for drivers of the day. We've seen them, if not more side by side than what we have been seeing with the race leaders, and they've been continuing to make it work. There was just a little bit of contact earlier on in the race, but hey, little bit of slip and slide never hurt nobody. It's Nico Colby, Andrew Bound. What is Brandon Birch? Can he say anything about him? As there is now just about 7 minutes left to go here from Melbourne. Whoa, holy. Well, Nico Colby and Andrew Bound, they're not allowing to get me a second just to take a drink, because they continue race after race, and it is corner after corner, especially tonight. This is from one of our most fun tracks that we go to in West Coast Sim Racing. Andrew Bound continues to hold him off. He's making me lose my voice up here. This race is so dang good. Nico Colby, he's going to look back and around the inside line. Brandon Birch, watch that baby blue machine. What does Brandon Birch do right here now that they are side by side up there right up in front of him? Brandon Birch, he's going to use the inside line down there, get side by side with Nico Colby. Brandon Birch tries to drop a gear and disappear out of the corner exit, but look on the track map. It's going to be a quick another left switchback or work our way back up the hill here from the land down under. Brandon Birch, Slater Colby, Stone Colby. Who's going to get it done? You can call. I don't think you can even call a favorite. You can. Not even the race leader, because we've continued to see, especially within this last sector of the track, how easily it is to get hounded down and around the inside. You leave it open, you leave the outside open, it just sets up that switchback right there as well. And Andrew Bound's going to lose the race lead coming up to our last 6 minutes of the race. He's going to lose that lead to Nico Colby, hopping on that rear bumper cam of Andrew Bound. You see that Overstock Vehicles, VehicleBuyers.com machine of Brandon Birch. Brandon Birch, he is done. He is done finishing 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. He wants to finish up here in the driver interview again. He's right now sitting up in that 3rd position, but he's going to have the hard charges right there, right behind him. Slater and Stone. We get a little bit wobbly, wiggly, woo! It'll be Andrew Bound back to the race lead after a push of a century. Oh no! Who had just died back there? That is Sean and Taylor Curse got him. Brandon Birch goes Mach 2 into turn 1. Back to the baby blue machine. No, we got to see what happened real quick. This is hopping on board with Brandon Birch in the braking zone. They tried to get the inside and maybe didn't get the steering set up as early as he wanted to. Back to the battle for the race lead as Andrew Bound, Nico Colby, and Stone. Remember what Stone did earlier. Wobbin, Weeblin, Jeevin, and Jivin lost the race lead on that start-finish straightaway, but it almost looked intentional. We'll have to continue to keep an eye up on it. Ah, man, Brandon Birch is going to get the Sean and Taylor Curse as we continue to crest our way a little bit closer to it. We got Natalie joining us. We got Mitch Crowther, Lucas Barnett. Welcome in, Ted. Appreciate the. Oh, okay, Indy did win there. Hopefully nobody had it recorded. That was a hell of a CFB game as well, at least as up as I got to watching it. I think this is a little bit more fun to watch than some CFB action here. What did Natalie say? Let's go, Dylan. Let's go, Warren. We got some fans all over the place down in YouTube land. It's starting to get good. It's been good. It's been heating up, but right now it's boiling for the race lead. Andrew Bound once again continues to lead laps out here and up front. But look at the gap up on the top left of your screen. It was 3.5 tenths, 2.5 tenths. Will it hit 1.5? It's gonna hit 1.5. You best believe it. Look, the drivers have put that in their notebook. Stone Colby says, okay, I can make up a little bit less than a half of a second if I nail turns 11 and 12 on that start-finish straightaway. That's exactly what's been going on through these drivers pretty much the whole race, as well as, oh, right, let me put this exactly on the racing line. Let me not wreck going into the braking zones. So much going on back here behind the scenes of these racing machines, these drivers who continue to battle, to continue to duke it out here on the racetrack. It'll be continue to duke it out here. Dukes of Hazzard it is. Andrew Bound, Stone Colby. Andrew's going to work that inside line around. Oh, biscuits, it says on that rear bumper. I'm sure Stone's probably saying, give me some biscuits. Stone's going to work his way down around that tighter, more technical portion of the racetrack. I love Phillip Island because it's such high speed. You have the slipstream, you have the draft to work with, but it's a hybrid kind of racetrack down there throughout the first and second sector. A little bit tighter turns. The most tighter turns down there on the racetrack, except for 9 that we're coming up to here. 9 and 10. It's off camber. It's down. Back hill we go. The car, it's going to do some pretty weird things under braking if you're not ready for it. That rear end will come and swoop down underneath you. Stone Colby, he's not going to make that rear end swoop down underneath him. Maybe if he's having fun one night, it'll be Stone, Slater, Nico Colby, triple Colby action trying to chase our points leader. Just coming to 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes to go. So will we see the Barnett Flagman? Nope, the lap times are not close enough. We should be seeing This is 2 laps to go right here, so we should be making our way towards the last lap of the race. I was looking for Barney the Flagman to be throwing it loud and proud, but if my math is math, and it should be the next lap. Stone, Slater, Nico, they have to use this second to last lap of the race to set up that pass. Sure, I said you have to be there, turns 11 and 12, but exactly, you have to be there, turns 11 and 12. You can't make a silly mistake. You can't make something sort of happen here that you can't afford coming towards the last lap of the race. As I say that, Slater, he's going to be on the little bit more offensive line here. Slater's going to work it down around the outside line. I say offensive because look at how deep he's going to find his way into the corner. It's going to set itself up and into the better racing line on the next corner. Slater, Colby, showing some aggression coming towards that white flag. Slater works his way back up to P2 from what was that 6th, 7th, even 8th position earlier on in the race. Once again from mid-pack to the front. He swears he doesn't do it on purpose, but I don't know it. No, I'm just kidding. It's been Slater's continue to work it up here. Stone is going to fall back to P3 as Nico falls back to P4, 4/10 of a second back. As Slater's going to try to work that outside line for the race lead. It's Andrew Bound who's going to continue to hold him off. We're going to continue to start working our way towards the clock here. This is going to be the white flag lap that we make our way here to. Andrew Bound, Slater, Stone, they are battling. They have been battling this whole race like it's been the white flag lap, but now it is. Slater, Colby, he's going to have to make something, anything happen work as we're coming to the checkered. Here it comes. So Andrew Bound's going to win it coming across the line. Stone, Colby, P3, Slater, Colby, P2, Nico, Colby across the line in P4. Darren finishes P5. Ali Akse, Warren Johnson, Brandon Birch, Benjamin Forant, and Dylan Bates rounding at the top 10. Igor Reitzkov, Amethyst Reese, Glenn Bratton, Colton Juarez, Michael Tanagretta, and Jason Holcomb rounding out the top 16. Apologies there. I thought that was... I saw no white flag down there in the graphics or in Barney the Flagman's hands. Apologies there, but I think I saved it down there. Look at Barney. He's hiding over there on your screen right now throwing the checker. What a race win for Andrew Bound.
Shit.
Champion continues to show off here. We'll chat with these drivers here in just a few moments' time. Congratulations, Andrew Bound, in the number 651. Here's a look at the unofficial, official race results as well. It'll be Andrew Bound, Slater Colby, Stone Colby, Nico Colby, triple Colby action, just one spot short. Well, actually, quadruple Colby action. I stand correct. Holy. Quadruple Colby action down there, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th for Darren. Ali Akse, nice rebound for him. Warren Johnson, 6th, 7th. Also, Brandon Birch, B8. Benjamin Forant, Dylan Bass, Igor Reitzkov, Amethyst Reese, Glenn Bratton, Colton Juarez, Michael Tenegretta, Jason Holcomb, and Josh Hunter rounding out the top 17. Jake Steckler will take away P18 here tonight. All right, we're going to chat with him, the myth, the legend. We're going to start up there with the one, the only, Andrew Bound. Andrew, you got yourself a copy, man.
Hey, Sean, how we doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. Well, like always, I'm sweating up here just watching you. How are you doing, Andrew? You made it happen most important time.
That was a good race. A lot of fun, good clean battles. Real tight between the top 5 or 6 up there. It's a lot of fun.
Man, side by side, back and forth, nose to tail. What was, I think, the closest moment of your race if you had to even pin it on one? I mean, God, it was inches, centimeters apart here tonight, Andrew.
We were 3 wide quite a, probably half a dozen times or so.
Yeah.
The hairpin, all that stuff. It was a nail biter for sure. It's a lot of fun.
Man, 3 wide parts of the track I didn't even know was possible. 3 wide for the lead twice in 1 lap. Congratulations, Andrew Bound, rocketing yourself even further in the point standings. Who we shouting out? Who you dedicating this win to tonight?
I'll just shout out to you and Warren. Always hosting a good league, good broadcast, all the good drivers who consistently show up week in, week out.
I appreciate it, Andrew. That's what it's all about right there. We hope that you have a great rest of your night, and we'll let you get lopping that virtual champagne.
Thanks, bud. Have a good night.
All righty. Congratulations to Andrew with the race win. And then Slater makes it happen once again from about 6th, 7th, 8th position all the way back up to the front. Slater, you got yourself a copy, man.
I'm here.
3 wide for the race lead quite a bit. You work yourself up back to it. We saw the packs get separated quite a few times. I heard somebody out there in voice chat was pissed. They're like, damn it, they caught up to us again. Slater, nice pace for you here tonight. What's going through your mind as you cross the start-finish line?
Shout out Andrew, Stone, Nico, Birch. They all kind of hit the brakes for a couple of laps, hoping that I'd get through the pack and catch up to them and start fighting with them. So definitely had some help to get back up to the front pack. And then, I just watched the replay back with Birch when he went off in turn 1. I barely even tagged him, and it was almost like our bumpers locked and he just couldn't even turn. So that was kind of my bad there, but it was a good race. It was really fun in the beginning, and then we just got super tight after the restart, and the car was just constantly pushing out on me, and I tried to save it 4 times, and then finally it just spit loose. So at least I didn't take anyone up front out with me, and then kind of just worked my way up to the pack after that. And like I said, the front pack kind of slowed down a little bit, so I was able to get back up there, and then so salvaged some points.
Salvaging points made a lot of fun to watch here tonight as well, Slater. We appreciate it, man. Who you shouting out to tonight on another top 3 finish?
Overstock Vehicles, vehiclebuyers.com, friends and family at home watching, you for broadcast, and Warren for putting on the league. And we'll see you guys Wednesday.
I appreciate it, Slater. Appreciate everything that you do down there at Wednesday night for the Apex MX5 Cup League, and have a great rest of your night, man.
You too, thanks.
Man, Stone, I got to start counting here because this is consecutive. It's probably been, 4 or 5, maybe more than that. Stone's up here once again, top 3 driver interview. You got yourself a copy, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, once I saw Phillip Island on the schedule, I knew that I was in for a rough night for the voice because it was a lot of going on down there, Stone. What was it like down there behind the wheel, this GR86 Cup?
No, it was a lot of fun. We just wanted to keep it super close and battling, and that's why you saw, we were drafting for a little bit, but it was mainly just diving on each other and hitting doors and bumpers and stuff like that, so it made it a lot of fun. So I'm not mad about the third, and I wasn't really focusing on the points for the championship or nothing like that on that race. It was a good time.
Man, well said. It looks like a good time out there on the track, Stone. You continue to sit up there with them, and it's gonna be really good because with only those last 3 races of the season, I guess, what is it? Is it 2 now, or will it be 3 now?
I think it's 3.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be some battles up here. That's gonna be for some fun racing. Stone, who you shouting out here tonight on another top 3 finish?
Overstock Vehicles, vehiclebuyers.com, you for broadcasting as always, Warren for putting on a good league, and friends and family for watching.
I appreciate it, Stone. I think Melena's going to join us for some better half dash action. So I don't know if Darren's going to be the trainer there or what's going to happen behind the scenes. But that'll be fun.
Yeah, my girlfriend will be on my sim too. So.
Dude, hell yeah, awesome. I'll send you all the league fights and everything and get everything worked out and set up. Stone, we
Sweet.
appreciate it, man. Have a great rest of your night, dude.
You too.
All right, we got league owner. What a race it was for him. Running top 5 for quite a bit of night as well. Mr. Warren Johnson, you got to finish P7. How about you?
Oh, man, how you doing?
Man, after a race like that, I couldn't be better, Warren. How are you doing?
I'm great. This has got to be one of my favorite tracks in the game. I love this place, and everybody else does. There's always a good race. We've never had a bad race here. It's always been just ridiculous action every time we come here. Even in the Apex Wednesday night races, they go there. I got P3 in that race with Joe and Darren on the podium as well. Yeah, that was a fun one. But no, what a great race that was. Super, super, super fun.
So, is it just a little dabble on the brakes here? I mean, hardly even ever downshifts except through, 1 or 2 of those turns? Or?
No, there's quite a lot of downshift. You get into first gear in a couple of the turns, in the hairpin. So, no, this track has it all, man. I mean, he doesn't get much better than this. So yeah, man, it was a great race. Thanks everyone for watching and all the racers for coming out. That was a great race. We got a good little battle here in the championship. We got Andrew, Stone, Slater. This will obviously update after tonight. Joseph and Brandon top 5. Nico's right there in P6. I don't know if Joey or anyone else outside the podium is going to get a chance in there. It would take some, a pretty miracle or someone missing a race, but this is going to be a battle for the top 3 drivers. Absolutely. Andrew, Stone, and Slater are in for a crazy next couple of races.
It'll be fun like always, Warren. We appreciate you and everything that you do back there behind the scenes there for us. Who are you appreciating? Who are you thinking out here tonight?
Oh, just, again, like everyone who comes out, and you, of course, for broadcasting, all the Apex guys for always supporting the league and coming out and racing. Everyone else in the league, of course, too, the fans and everyone who watches week in and week out. Yeah, I mean, what a night, man. That was the most fun I had on iRacing in a while, so it was a great time, and I can't wait for the next. What are the next 2 races? I think it's VIR and Sonoma.
Ooh.
Let me look. Yeah, we got some. The last 3 races are just ridiculously good. So, yeah, VIR and Sonoma for the last 2 races of the season. That's gonna be a trip. So, what do we got on Thursday? Looks like Silverstone and the GT4 cars. That's gonna be a fun one. That's a great track. The cars, not so much. Glad we're getting rid of those next season, but it'll be a fun race either way. Then Suzuka and Mount Panorama. That's gonna be just ridiculous. But anyways, Sean, thanks for broadcasting, and I'll see you guys all on Thursday or Monday.
Yeah, no problem, Warren. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your night, man.
You as well.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go over some of these replays from the whole second half of the race. It's just SSN after dark here, boys. Honestly, I'm just gonna let these replays play out. My voice is hurting here, so I'm gonna hit up every one of these replays here through the second half of the race, just in case anything. Well, I know things were missed, kind of why I'm doing it there. Appreciate it, everybody, from the bottom of my heart, especially those of you that continue to, like Warren said, join in week after week after week. Dylan Based, 5th pinned, as well as Natalie, Mitch Crowther, Ted, Lucas Barnett, Impulse Effect, Matt Langley, Terry, and Ted. Oh, Jordan Doppke up there as well. This league looks like so much fun. 5th pinned, you can check down there live in YouTube land in the description, or I can maybe I'll post the Discord link, I guess I could do, and the YouTube chat if you're still hanging out there with us. That is what I'll do just really quick, and then I'll get back to some more replays. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Stick around if you're looking for a little bit more replays, or if you're looking to hear from, if you continue to look for hear from me, I think I'm gonna head on out of here. So appreciate it, everybody. Have a great night, and hopefully enjoy some of these incidents. Thanks, everybody.